myself supreme. I'm alive to myself supreme. I honor you. I'm a light. I'm a light. I honor you. Myself. I honor you. I honor you. Self-supreme, primal light, I honor you. I honor you, I honor you, I honor you. Myself supreme, I honor you, I honor you. Victory, victory, victory. Self-supreme, primal lights, victorious, victory, victory, myself supreme, primal light, victorious. Victory, victory, victory. Self-supreme, primal lights, victorious, victory, victory, myself supreme, primal lights, victorious, victorious. Ourselves supreme is triumphant. Victory, victory, victory. Victory, victory, victory. Ourselves supreme is triumphant. Ourselves supreme is victorious. Myself supreme.
Hail, hail, hail. Hail, hail to the ionized. All right. Speakers up. Hail, hail to all the ionized. Welcome, welcome to another satsang with Auset Aten. I want to welcome you and thank you for joining I am Prima Light, prepared for this dream illusionary world in the shattered fractal state with the self-identity as Auset Mahat. So today I am going to be talking about the state of the consciousness, the state of the mind that everyone is wearing. All right? Because we have many ones in the world, all the ionized are following the delusions of their mind and doing a lot of crazy things. We have government don't know how to still their minds. We have everyone thinking that everything that pops into their mind, they can do it and they can impose their delusions and their crazy ideas on ones. They don't care about violating your sovereignty. And so I want to talk about that, and then we're going to get into doing a little bit of stillness by playing the bowls and doing some vibration, and then just sitting and just listening to the vibration and trying to still the mind. And so we are going to also do that today. Also, I wanted to call all the ionized. I'm making a call for stillness. If you want to join INI in 30 days of stillness, so that we can encourage ones to practice stillness and stop following the delusions of their minds. Because we can see what's happening, in the world and with the ones them around us. So everyone is dwelling into their mind too much, and so we need to start practicing stillness. So today I want to talk about the reason why we have to do that, and then I want to, before the end of the session, I want to do a little session of playing the bowls and practicing some vibrations that helps the mind to be quiet. It is time to move to being honorable, self-knowing human beings, right? Self-truth is where we're aiming for having a pure mind. We're aiming for balance. We're aiming for harmony. All right, this is what we should be focused on right now, because our goal is for liberation of the I self. All right, who is being imprisoned into this existence? We have the spirit selves are imprisoned here, the soul selves are imprisoned here. All right, and so all of the spirit self must merge back to the soul self to be unified as one. And so want to chant for our liberation from this crazy demented consciousness, right? I'm going to talk about the consciousness needs in light and how to purify the mind to produce light. All right? This is all we need here. We need light. All right? And so I want to say thank you again for joining I in this satsang with I, Auset. So at this moment, I want to give honor and reverence to the I want you, pure self. Primal light. Primal light. I self supreme. Hail, hail to the I, one true self, one true light. I alone exist. Primal light. I self supreme. I one true pure self. I am that has no name. I am that can't be explained. All is myself. I am one. I am one with all. Asoham. Say I was never born, so I can never die. I am that I am. I am formless. I am timeless. I am limitless. I am boundless. I am that I am. I self supreme. I want true pure self. Yes, I am free from my imaginary bondage. All is myself, and I alone exist. All is the I primal light self, playing different roles in this dream existence, this life movie. I dissolve this dream. I return to I ultimate true state. Victory, victory. We want to return to our ultimate true state. We have been playing this dream character for such a long time. we have forgotten ourselves playing this ego false self. We believe that we are this ego false self. This is not who we are. This is not our true nature. Evil is not our true nature. It is only of this dream. This time that we focus on stilling our mind to know that the mind is of the dream. The ego is of the dream. And so we must still this mind because it is always going to be a problem in this dream. All right? This is very important. Who am I? Practice self-inquiry. You want to ask this question until the I, teacher, guru self rises from within the I self. Who am I? Self-inquiry is a tool. I want you to know this is a tool. It is a technique to rise up the teacher guru self within, because it is the destiny of the teacher guru self to bring peace and calm to this mind. The void rises up from the center of the I chest, from the soul. Rises up, your soul, yourself must be in your body. The teacher guru rises up and pull this ego off of the baby self, this ego false self that you are in now. This is how you are going to dissolve this ego false self. When the teacher guru rises up and pull the ego off of you, then you are no longer in the ego false self. Now you're gonna be yourself again. You're finally gonna know yourself and know truth and return back to aligning with the I want true pure self. This is the technique. And I don't care what, all these spiritual teachers tell you. This is all false. The only thing you need to do is to remove this ego off of yourself. It has been obscuring you, putting you in ignorance. It has taken over the self. Create a false self. All right? And so this is the mission. Right? Self-realization. Why am I having such a hard time realizing that it is I playing all of these roles? Why the I has never been able to arise the teacher guru self? Why? Because someone say, oh, I have been practicing self-realization, practicing self-inquiry, and nothing happens. But I am going to tell you why. Because the I real self is called a soul has been enslaved by the gods. This is why you have to chant for your liberation and claim your sovereignty, because these gods do not respect you until you stand up for yourself. This is why self-inquiry did not work for many. You have to denounce all attachments to the gods. Whichever one that you have attached yourself to, you must only attach yourself to yourself called the soul. This is the only truth, the only light in this dream that belongs to you. God does not belong to you. God is a dream character. Please remember this. Human beings are dream characters, so are the gods, dream characters. You see the stupidness them that the God was doing? They also have an impure mind. They also need stillness. They need light. So God cannot be the truth. God cannot be the real. This can show you that everyone is calling on God. You see the evil they are doing in the world. God cannot be the truth. It is showing by evidence. Look at Netanyahu. Look at Netanyahu. all the evil that he is doing. They're doing all their rituals, their blood sacrifices, And why are they fighting against Hamas? But who are they killing? They're blood sacrificing the children. Why is he slaughtering the children and the women? Why? Because they're constantly doing blood sacrifices to their God. Right now, their rituals have not been working the way that they wanted to work, and they need to do a lot of this. I am waiting for ones to come out and start saying these truths so we can see how crazy these leaders are who are running these countries. They're doing a lot of craziness, and it's time that we stand up to governments and say, we no longer want to be governed by you, because first of all, you do not have any good morale. You cannot guide and lead me. I can't follow you. A leader has to be someone you can emulate, you can follow what they are doing. Look at what they are doing. Is that the way that you want to live? So if you don't claim your sovereignty from these evil demonic human beings and the evil demonic gods, this is going to be hard for you to come into true self-knowing, because you have to denounce all ties to all the characters, the God characters, and the human being characters. This is so important, but many want to still hold ties to all these characters. You cannot do this and get to know yourself, because they are holding you in slavery. Ego is not your friend. So many ones don't like when I say this, because they want to tell me that, oh, you can love the ego, and this ego is of the dream, and it can never love you back. Never. It only wants what it wants, all its desire, and then it traps you, and you are just in prison serving your ego desires. It's giving you all these desires that's not of yourself. You are fulfilling these desires only of the ego. And so I am calling the I to be chanting, I am one with all. I am all is myself. It is I playing all of these roles, right? If you look around and you see and you say, oh, look at myself, look at myself, look at myself. And you know that if you illuminate yourself, you are going to help all of your ignorant self that is doing crazy stuff. All right? So no more secrets, no more lies. No more secrets, no more lies. All right? So everyone, all of these religious people, all of these spirituality people, all of the things, all of the secret they have been keeping, I am waiting for all of these ones to start speaking truth. You must speak truth, because this is the only way you are going to liberate yourself, and the only way you are going to face this ego, and you're going to realize what the culprit is. This ego, that everyone is existing as this ego. No more secrets, no more lies. All things hidden will be made known. All things done in secret will be revealed. All things created must be destroyed. This is the age of truth, and it's time for self-responsible authority. I am calling to all the ionites to resist temptations. They are tempting you with money. They make the ones, the ionites in the world, depraved. So ones will do anything, all kind of crazy thing to get money, to get food, because they make use everyone so depraved in the world. Be vigilant against these evil human beings and these evil gods who want you to sign contract with them. No fear. There's no longer we need to be afraid of them on all their threats that they make, neither the gods nor the human beings. Because right now, the I self is in the dream. The I self has finally come inside of this dream. Know that the I one true self was never in this dream. Who was in this dream? The fractal self, the I fractal self. Us, the soul self, being imprisoned in here. Right? This is why it took such a long time for the I self to come to save us from this ego, all right, and to give us truth, because this dream is a dangerous place for the self. The souls have been in slavery for eons, and many of you know this truth, that they have been enslaving the souls. Human beings are now creating their devices to trap the spirits. This is what they want to do. They want to continue to enslave us. Now the human beings want to make devices to trap us in pods. This will not happen. Good triumphant over evil. Self triumphant over ego. And self-truth triumphant over ignorance. No more should we dwell in this ignorance, doing a lot of crazy things to yourself because you can't see all as yourself. This says the I, Self Supreme, one true pure self. I bow to ionize in self, in light, and in truth. All right. Thank you again for joining I. It is an honor and a pleasure to be in your presence. All right. So we have government making threats of annihilation with nuclear weapons. What is wrong with these delusional human beings? Many see no value in human beings. They only see value in power and money. Israel wants to be the supreme ruler over the world. So is Islam. All right. So they're literally from the same family, Israel and Islam, fighting for world power. What is at the root of humanity's dilemma? We have a major problem with the minds of human beings. Can you agree there's something wrong with the minds of the human beings? You can make this assessment based on your own experience with the mind, can you not? How many times have your mind told you to do evil things? How many times have your mind told you things that were not true? Human beings aiming for balance will not act out everything that their mind tells them. Unlike the other human beings, like these ones running the governments, right? These ones who have not developed any skills to resist temptation and maintain a peaceful, pure mind, these human beings will, of course, act out all the delusions of their minds. I have seen many, when asked, why did you do this horrible thing? They respond, their mind told them to do it. And some, like Netanyahu and the Israelis, say that God give them power to do this, right? Which God are they talking about that give them this kind of power? Their God is the devil, right? It is obvious that human beings have not been taught that they should not do everything that pops into their mind. It is time now to cultivate a pure mind. It's time to return to truth of the I self. All right? All is myself. I am all. It is I playing all of these roles. We have to come to this realization. We have to come to this knowing, right? So-called scientists, these evil human beings, are building supermassive computers for it to be the hive mind. They are building devices to trap the souls and the spirit because they have been doing this, but the souls have eluded them. You know what I'm saying? They can trap the protons because, and the dark matter, because it is magnetic, and the consciousness is sleeping and in the dreaming state, so they can trap these things. This is what they're using right now to make the AI, to program the robots. And so this is what they are doing. All right, they're even using the melanin to make supercomputers. They're also using that into their robots. I'm telling you, these human beings, these scientists, are evil human beings and cannot be trusted. They are moving away from nature because they plan to annihilate human beings and feed their souls to the monsters they have created. This is why so many children go missing, because they are trying to create their own human beings, and now they realize that they couldn't do this because it is a special ingredient that's missing: light. They cannot produce light because they are the ego false self. So they create monsters in their laboratories and are feeding the children to them, doing their rituals and doing their human sacrifices. And we cannot continue to know that these ones are doing these things and not say anything. This is the reason why I am calling for stillness, for purity to this mind, to be returned to the consciousness. Because the consciousness, the moon, is the biggest culprit. They have been spreading propagandas and lies. And so we don't have weapons of mass destruction, and we don't want war. But we have a very powerful tool. Call back your soul back to you. Call your soul back into your body. This is the power that we have, being ourself, the soul. And we meditate. We put all of these ones who are doing this craziness, we're going to put them in our meditation, because we want them to have pure mind. We want them to return to truth, because, say with me, all is myself. I am all. It is I playing all of these roles. Those evil human beings, it is I. But in the ego form, why it is I? Because the I, the self, is sleeping. And the mind creates the ego false self, which is animating those characters. But there's a self, a real self, attached to all of these evil characters. You understand? And so this is why we have the power to dissolve all our ego by returning to our true self, and dissolve all our ego false self that rise from us. Because many of those evil ones, they actually rise from you. You have to do the work to turn your light back on and place them in the center of your meditation, so that we can bring balance and harmony to return back onto the I and I's. Right? This is what I am calling for. Okay? So 30 days. 30 days of stillness. So I am placing Netanyahu, I am placing Trump, I am placing all the leaders of the world who are doing crazy things, because Trump is listening and following to all of these crazy ones. his mind is already crazy, and he's following all these other extra crazy ones, right? He had a plan. I want to be, bring peace, but here he's going now away from what he came in to be the president to do. So here I am saying, Netanyahu and Trump, I do not give you any power to act on my behalf. Your mind is sick, and you must be cured of your mind sickness. Netanyahu, you say the gods have chosen you to rule the world and terrorize and torture your other selves in human form. But right now, I file a case against Benjamin Netanyahu, Bill Gates, Emmanuel Macron, and all the other human beings fighting a war against the I. I charge them with building destructive and evil devices to trap the I. They enslave the I, self-called soul, and is using the I as energy in their supercomputer and AI and robots. I charge you with human genocide and human sacrifices to your gods. I file this case with the I want you pure self, unmanifest, non-being, I alone exist. Do the I want you pure self accept this case against these evil human beings? Are all the Ionites in alignment to restore balance to I? Victory, victory, victory. Thank all the Ionites in alignment to restore balance to I. I want to be liberated from my suffering. All is myself, and I alone exist. And I want to be liberated from my suffering. I am tired of this suffering. Ones are calling out to I. Ones are calling out to I. I walk around among the ones them. Ones are praying to I. But here I am in this body. They're calling on I to come and save them, to do this. Here I am, I'm showing ones. This is the power that we have to put these ones to take command, take back our power. Because these, or if you see all as yourself and you see yourself doing evil things, then you are going to do the things that you must do to bring harmony back to yourself. We have to take command. Stop thinking that you don't have power. You are powerful beyond any measures. Take back your power, claim your sovereignty, and stand in your self-truth. And call for balance to be restored. So I want to say thank you to all the Ionites in alignment to restore balance to I. Thank you to I want true pure self. Because this is not an easy journey. And so I now take command, because this is given to I, the power of self. And so I take self-responsibility. I now revoke with the power invested in I as Auset Aten Ra, this primal light in this shattered fractal state. I, Auset revoke all impunity and immunity given to Netanyahu, Bill Gates, Emmanuel Macron, by the gods. Netanyahu, no impunity for you. Bill Gates, no impunity for you. Macron, no immunity for you. You all will be judged by your actions, and justice will be served. I am in command of the commandment command, and this is my commandment. No impunity, no immunity for Benjamin Netanyahu, Bill Gates, Emmanuel Macron, and all the other scientists creating evil devices and performing human sacrifices to your gods. This evil consciousness, the moon. From that which you rise, you will return. All is myself. This is my commandment. And as I have commanded, so let it be. So it is. Victory, victory. Are all the ionize in alignment to bring forth this commandment as I have commanded. Victory, victory. It is time for order. It is time for us to move to balance. And all of us who are in awareness, we must place. Because the problem is that these ones, the gods give them these delusions. And they have been dwelling with this for such a long time, doing evil and saying that they are the chosen ones because God chose them, and they've been doing all of these rituals, all of this. And I believe, I do not know this for certain, and I haven't asked the self, so I am just saying a speculation that I don't know what he has on Trump, Netanyahu, because he is like a major blood human sacrifice person right now, making videos of these things, prostitution of little children, sacrificing them, doing sexual sacrifice with babies and all of these things, and making videos and blackmailing ones. So I do not know on who he has blackmail on, but I am saying, I am calling to all the ones, no matter what you have done in your ignorance, I already know that this mind is crazy. And if when you are young you do some things in ignorance, believe me, you come through with the people and do what you promise to do, the people are going to see that you are making for change, because we know this world, right? The ones who are on the path of truth know this world, that you have to be vigilant. So no one is gonna hold it against you that you did this wrong, but you have to own up to it, right? You know, when I was going through the process and I was meeting all of the gods, especially the baby ones, them, they are so crazy. They are the little devils. And when the change was happening and they would come, and when the big self came, and they were so terrified, and they were so scared, and they was like running up and down into this body. And when Shiva Shamba was pulling the ego, grabbing them, and they was pulling the ego off of them to let them see that, you know, the real self has to wake up. And I'm saying to Shiva, why are you being nice to them? They have been so evil to me. And he was really teaching me that this was all myself, but because they are wearing this consciousness, this ego on them, this is why they are behaving so crazy. And they was jumping up on him, and because Shiva Shamba was not playing with them, he just grabs them. And I would say to Shiva Shambhu, did you like tell them, what you're doing? And he says no. And so I had to speak to them and tell them what is happening, because they were terrified. The gods themselves were terrified. And right, and Shiva, they was jumping up on Shiva, and Shiva was kind of calming them, you know. And I was like, why is Shiva so nice to them? Why are you being so nice to them? Because Shiva is my masculine self. He's with me always. And so I had to learn this, and through the process of them doing a lot of terrible things to me, I had to see them as myself, sick. That they were sick. They had a sick mind. They were in a lot of in a bad mental state. And so once I was able to, this is how we have to see those evil human beings that is in the world doing a lot of crazy things. And this is why we have to do what we have to do for them, right? So that they can see what they have done, because the ego is never going to admit, but when we get to the self can see. All right. And some ones in here are just plain ego, and they might never see, they might never understand. All right. So this is why we want to do this. So ego, you have waged a war against I. It does not mean that I want to be friends with my ego, because I know my ego will never be my friends. Know the difference. Okay, I am here to bring balance to all myself. I know that all is myself, but I do not trust my ego. I do not trust my ego false self. I know this, but I am fighting for their light to be restored to them. Now, when the ego is pulled off, then I know that's myself, and I know I can trust myself. See what I'm saying? So this is the kind of predicament that we are in. And so this is why we have to take the command and not, let the ego trick us into not standing up. It's just like when you have, children, and you are taking care of them, and you just have to be the parent, because they do not have enough knowledge. They do not understand the harm and danger that they're doing. You ever seen a toddler? Have you ever seen how a toddler behaves? These human beings are behaving like toddlers, just the same way the gods, I used to call them toddler gods. Because they rant and rave, and they in their ego, and I am this, I am that. This is how the toddler gods and the toddler human beings behave. All of those human beings are doing this. They're toddler, they're ignorant. And so we have to take the command and do the right thing for them. So that means that we must speak truth, and we must take command and reprimand them. All right. So ego, you have waged a war against I. I am the existence. I am the earth. All is myself, and I alone exist. And I am calling out you and all this evil you are doing. This wrong. Stop doing evil now. Stop acting out the delusions of your crazy mind. Know that I am not afraid, because I am not a martyr. I am not here to be a martyr. I am the vessel of truth, balance, order, and justice. I am calling for justice on behalf of the I and I called the soul, because they must be freed and must be liberated from the gods and from all the human beings who are trapping the self in their devices. All right? Know that they are surveilling us. They have all of their tools surveilling everything that we do. They can zoom right into this room and see everything that you are doing, these human beings. All right? So, I am fighting for my liberation. I denounce all governments and all rulership over I by the gods and by the human beings. I am sovereign. So this is the reason why you have to claim your sovereignty, because if you don't claim your sovereignty, this ego is going to trick you. Sovereignty from the human beings, from governments, and from the gods. I know that you want your sovereignty, right? The gods do, and so does these human beings who are doing evil. You want sovereignty for yourself, but not for I and I. And I declare my sovereignty. I revoke your rights to act on my behalf, because I am self-governing. I am protected, and nothing can harm me. Any evil you have planned for I will be reversed back to you. I am always protected, and I am not under your jurisdiction. Let me say that again. Any evil you have planned for I will be reversed back to you. I am always protected. I am not under your jurisdiction, and you cannot detain or interrogate I. I am filing a restraining order against all human beings who desire to harm I. You must not come within 800 feet in my person. I claim my liberation from this crazy dream world. All is myself. I am all. It is I playing all of these roles. So while I want all myself to wake up, and I want light to be restored, I want human beings to stop craziness, at the same time, I have to let them know where I stand, because they are evil, because they have done this, send me death threats and all these things. And so I am letting them know this, that I am not afraid, so that they can think before they try to want to plan, or try to interrogate or detain I. Okay? I am not a part of your jurisdiction. I am out of your jurisdiction. You have no power over I. Government have no power over I. No human beings have any power over I, because I am taking back my power, and I am standing in my self-truth. I am sovereign, because you can see this government don't know how to govern the country. Look what they're doing. The basic thing that people need, they're not providing it. Their mind is so delusional. They're into war. They're into delusions about going to Mars, going to the moon, and all of these crazy things, and building all devices, and not wanting the natural order of food to grow. They want to grow things into their laboratory, because they are surrounding this world, changing the environment with their devices that they have created. But it is only for a matter of time, because the self is also allowing all human beings to know truth through the devices that they are using. The self is also using it so that all of us can communicate with each other. No matter where we are in the world, we can have a direct communication. But when the work is done, the I self will do what the I self will do. All right. And so this is a denouncement that I want to make. I denounce this government, and I claim my sovereignty. Excuse me a minute there. So know that every time I am doing these things, I am always having these gods fighting me, okay? Know this. I denounce this government and claim my sovereignty. I claim my sovereignty. This is a proclamation claiming my sovereignty from all God rulership and all government rulership. I am self-governing. Neither the God nor the human beings. You are incapable to make any decisions on my behalf, because you don't know how to be. Your mind is crazy. You are a liar. You are an evil human being and evil gods. Your time of ruling is over. Your time of ruling over I and I is over. I claim no rivalry. I am not here to fight with you. I am claiming my freedom and my liberation from your tyrannical rulership. So, like I said, I am not a martyr. I am not here to fight with you. I am here to claim my liberation. But these ones, they do not want you to claim your liberation because they love war, so they will want to come and fight. So that's why you have to do this, so that you can stand in your self-truth, stand in your self-power. I claim my liberation. I am not asking. I am claiming it. I am taking it. I denounce all ties. I free myself from all ties and bondage. I revoke all contracts that bind me in any way or form. I denounce all rivalry. My truth and freedom is all I need. I claim my liberation, free from this hypnosis, all slavery and oppression, all mind control, because this is what they're doing in the world. They're controlling the minds of the human beings. That's what's happening to Trump right now. His mind is being controlled. Psychic attack on manipulation. I claim my sovereignty. This mind has no power over me. I am sovereign being. I revoke all your rights to act on my behalf. I annul all contracts between me and you. I have no relations. I have no teacher. I have no preacher, no deity, no gurus, no God, no mothers, no fathers, no sister, no brother, no family, no friends, no husband, no wife, no lovers, no ancestors, no aliens, no children. Because all is myself. It is me. It is I playing all of these roles. It is I, the self alone exists, indivisible, non-dual, formless, timeless, limitless, boundless. I am the ultimate truth. I am the ultimate reality. I am the eternal truth. I am the eternal self. I am that has no name. I am that can't be explained. I allegiance is only to the I one true pure self. I am against this ego and all the I ego false self. I am here to dissolve the I ego and all the I ego false self. I denounce all ties to this ego and all the I ego false self. I am primal light in this shattered fractal self. I am sovereign. I am self-determined. I am self-sufficient. I take command of I self-determination, and I denounce all government. I am the governor over I self. I am exempt from your rules and your laws. I perform the will of the I one true pure self, and the I one true pure self will be done. I am in command of the commandment, command. And as I have commanded, so let it be, so it is. It is done. Victory, victory. So if the I and I wants to make the step so that you can be yourself, I'm telling you, you have to denounce all ties to the gods and to the human beings. You have to denounce all ties. It is very important to do this. All right? I proclaim my sovereignty. I allegiance is only to I one true self. I refuse your leadership and your crazy delusional ideas. I perform the will of the I one true pure self. I live by the laws of the I one true pure self. All is myself. I alone exist. I am liberated. I am free. Victory, victory. I command all the I and I to awake from the sleeping, dreaming state. Consciousness. It is time to awake to end this dream, this horrendous nightmare. Everything that I have created, I demolish. I dissolve this dream existence. I am free from my imaginary bondage. I return to my ultimate true state. I transition from being to non-being. I move effortlessly with ease from manifest to unmanifest. Victory, victory. All is myself. I am all. I alone exist. Victory, victory. So I just want to say, remember that this world is a dream. All right. And it's time for the I and I to wake up from this dream. Remember that the I ego will never be your friend. I want you to remember this. You can see that your mind is not your friend. You see the thoughts that it brings to you. All right? So, the ego is the master of trickery and deception. The ego will never love you. Stop looking to be loved by your ego, because it loves to talk about love. The ego wants everybody to love it, but it loves no one but its ego, right? What must be done for this ego? The ego needs light, because the desires of the ego knows no end. It keeps wanting more and more, and it never gets satisfied, right? You get one thing, then the ego says, oh, you can get that other thing. Oh, get the next thing. Oh, I want this. Oh, and this on and on. This is what is going on in this world. Everyone is in their ego. It's time to dissolve the I ego. All right, and so this is my call to stillness and purity of mind. All right, so this is a call for the sovereignty meditation, which I just did that affirmation. So that's one thing that you can do. That I claim the I and I sovereignty and command balance be restored to this crazy delusional mind. I am calling for peace, truth, balance, and harmony to be restored to I and I. I am asking for all the I and I's, to invite, on your YouTube channels or whichever channel you have, to invite your families, to do stillness with you. See if you can challenge one to do this 30 days of stillness, wherein you can try for 30 minutes a couple times a day if you can afford that, and you sit down and you pull the mind out of the head and bring it down into the center of your chest, right, into the void. You want to do this so that the void will rise up to still the mind and give it some light. All right? Every day you do this, right? For the stillness meditation, so you're calling for light to be restored to the mind. Everyone needs to realize that there's something going on crazy with this mind. And so you're calling for light to be restored, because this is what the mind needs. The mind needs light. All right. So consciousness, awake from the sleeping, dreaming state. I am awake from the sleeping, dreaming state. Mind be still. Mind be pure. Mind be light. I command light be restored to the consciousness. I dissolve my ego and all my ego false self. I am in command. As I have commanded, so let it be, so it is. I am liberated, I am free. Yes, you are in command. So command something, and as you have commanded, so shall it be. All right. So command for light to be restored and claim who you are. All is myself. I am playing all the roles. And I alone exist. So if you see all those evil human beings, it is time now that you take responsibility for them, because they have a very sick mind. So why do we need stillness? Because stillness brings the I and I to self-remembrance. Stillness calms the mind. Stillness and self-inquiry allows the teacher within to rise from the void, right? To pull this ego off the I and I, to answer all of the I self questions. Stillness purify the mind and restore light. Even you see those ones who are gone crazy, if this ego get pulled off of them, you will see how those ones become healed. Yeah, this is what everyone in the world needs, no matter what kind of severe mind issue you are having. Stillness will help you to be healed. And if you do stillness with a devotion to yourself, and the self rise up to pull this ego off, you will be completely cured of whatever mind sickness you have. Stillness heals mind sickness, depression, incessant mind chattery, and stop the imagination from running wild. You ever notice that about yourself? Like one thought come and your imagination start going with it, and it's just like you just like run wild with your imagination. Right now you have to only focus on the thing that you want to command and stay out of your imagination, so that you can practice more stillness and purity of mind. So stillness is the remedy for the mind, right? This is the mission, to bring stillness to everyone. All right, and so what we are going to do, so like when you have a thought, it's called a thought popping. So if you're doing your meditation and you having lots of thoughts arising and you can't still your mind, and you can do the thought popping game, this technique. So you, soon as the thoughts arise, you look at it and you just pop it like you were popping a bubble. All right, and then we are going to look at some vibrations that we can do. And so right now, let's just do some vibrations. All right, I'm gonna do the bowls. right now, just bring the mind down into the center of your chest. It's called pulling the mind out of the head. And just say your affirmations. Mind be pure, mind be still. And then just say it in your mind. And then you're just gonna stay quiet and just keep visualizing the mind coming out of the head and going into the center of your chest, into the void, to be purified. Yes, yes, yes. I want to thank the I for joining I. May all beings know the I self. I am primal light, prepared for this dream, duality existence in this shattered fractal self as Auset Mahat. I bow to the I. Yes. So, again, I want to thank you for joining I. May all beings know the I self. I am primal light, prepared for this dream duality existence in this fractal self as Auset Mahat. So, I am inviting all the Ionites to practice stillness, to still your mind so that you can bring purity to your mind. You can be calm and you can be peaceful for 30 days. So, can the I do each day for 30 minutes? Can you sit down, no phone, no computer, just sit in stillness, pull your mind out of your head, bring it into the center of your chest, and do some vibration like the if your mind is doing a lot of chattery, you can do that to calm it down. And then you just sit and see if you can maintain a still mind with no thoughts, no imagery, right? And practice this for 30 days. And I would love to hear how this is working for you when you practice the stillness, for 30 days. Yes, do the I have any questions, any comments? Would you like to join us in the 30 days of stillness? Please leave a comment, let me know. Stillness is the remedy for the mind. So let's practice some stillness so that we can have a pure mind. I am very calm. Alrighty. Thank the I so much for joining I will see you at the next I will see you at the next live. Let me know if you are going to do the 30 days of stillness, right? Yes. Alrighty. Bye. See you soon.